The text number, you text JJR and then whatever you want to say to the number 96893. You know, we have coffee here at the radio station that's supplied for us, and the machines have broken a lot in the last 2 weeks. And they also have an espresso thing, and they're out of espresso. And they put out like an all-staff email a couple weeks ago. We're out of espresso, so sorry. And it's Starbucks espresso that they're out of. So when I come in the morning, and I make one every day before the show starts. So now I've been driving by the Starbucks by my house and getting my drip coffee with espresso shot in it. And the price, I'm just going to use round figures, is usually $6. I'm driving through this morning, and I swear the lady says to me, that'll be $3. I'm like, $3? Oh, man, she's probably making me the small one. I said venti, like I'm relearning the language. I said venti with espresso shot. And I'm like, I've got to tell her it's a mistake. If she charged me $3, I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's Easter weekend. It's the Easter vibes right now.
Sure.
I'm going to be honest and be like, you know, it's normally more than that. I think you made a mistake. So I get to the drive-thru and she says to me, she holds up the normal size, this big size,
yeah,
and she goes, it'll be $6. And I'm like, wait a minute, you said $3, right? Now, I'm positive she said $3. And I go, okay, and I give her the app to pay for it on the app, and she says, you have enough stars for a free one. Would you like a free drink? And I said, yes, and here we are.
Yeah!
It's going to be a great day.
Free drink. He is risen.
Your honesty has set you free.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, I was going to be honest at the beginning. I was still going to be honest, but now it's like free. I just love that. There's just something about getting it free.
It's amazing. You save $6. That's a big deal.
I know. And hopefully I'm waiting for iHeart to get the friggin' espresso back so I don't have to go pay $6.
It's been weeks on the espresso
train. You know what, though? Will it make you appreciate it more? Because every morning you come in and you have free coffee when you're in here.
I know. That's true.
And you're not as excited about it.
Every morning I should come in before I start the show. Guess what? Free coffee.
Free coffee.
I actually, I'm new to the coffee world.
Yeah.
And I have yet to have a cup of coffee where I go, oh, this is delicious. Like, I don't like coffee. I think it's gross.
You got to have the right thing. It's like anything else. You got to have it like, if you go someplace that has that just does it right, you don't need anything in it.
Yeah, like
I don't put anything in it.
Coffee shop or like a cute little coffee truck.
I've been to those places, and to me, most coffee tastes the same. The first sip is like, ugh, but I mean, there's a purpose. There's a reason I'm drinking it. But that's so stated. The coffee here at the radio station, to me, does taste better. To me, it does.
It tastes like dirt to me.
To me, it tastes better than like this coffee right here.
It's like our brand of brown water dirt is what it tastes like to me.
I don't taste coffee. I just use it because my doctor said it makes you not hungry. So that's what I do. I drink coffee in the morning, and I'm not hungry. I'm used to it now. I'm used to not being hungry. Anyway, that's just a little free coffee for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
World's best cup of coffee.
Yeah, anytime something like that happens, I feel like it sets the tone for the day.
Definitely.
And then it's like, nothing can bother you today. Anything happens, you got free coffee this morning.
That's true.
Run through the strip malls and announce it. Hey, guys.
I have to remember what Kyle said because I think there'll be a lot of things that are going to bother me today.
And then you just have to revert back to, I got free coffee this morning. It's going to be a great day.
You sent a thing yesterday, Kyle, saying that your kids are hooked. It reminded me so much. It was like a fast forward rewind of my kids growing up of songs that they get stuck.
Yeah. So there's a lot of songs that I think are like viral right now that could be considered annoying, but I don't think are annoying. Chicken, banana. Not annoying to me.
No.
In fact, I can dance along with that. Like, I'm all for that trend. But my kids are stuck on this song, and I know it came from their older cousins. I know that's how they were introduced to it. But the fact that they were, and they don't stop playing it, and this song literally says nothing, I just have reached my breaking point. So this is the song that my daughter is playing nonstop.
Subway McFrappe, skibidi Mbappe. Subway McFrappe, skibidi Mbappe. Subway McFrappe, skibidi Mbappe. Subway McFrappe,
Subway McFly.
Subway McFrappe, Skibbity Mbappe.
Skibbity's in there.
Okay.
Skibbity. So you know it's Gen Alpha is all over this one.
Mbappe is a soccer player. Does he endorse Subway? And that's like a commercial?
It's not a commercial. It's like a full song. There's 3 minutes of this that is going on. I do not know where it comes from, but like when you pull it up in like a music app, it's under Y2K Sports. And so I'm like, is it on a video game? Is it what? I don't even want to know where it comes from. I just want it to go away.
Feels a little Black Eyed Peas to me if you really listen. Listen, it sounds like Will.i.am. You hear it?
I kind of like it.
Totally
And
could
this
be
is
Black
the
Eyed
beginning
Peas.
of the song, though. It ramps up and gets higher energy. And then you're like, what are we singing about? I don't know. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm at that point where it's like, this is probably the end song. And now I'm the mom who doesn't like the end song. So I'm like trying to like it, but every time my kids play it, I'm like, I can't
You're
like it. I'm sorry.
You kids don't know good music. You're going to be one of those moms.
I know, and I don't want to be that mom, but I think I'm that mom right now.
I'm hoping that we hear it more and more and more. If it's one of those, like for me, I remember there was narwhals.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing
The commotion.
because they are so awesome. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, pretty
Over
big
and
and pretty
over
wide
again.
and beat a polar bear in the fire.
Also, a very fun vibe. I can get down with narwhal.
And I didn't know about narwhals until that song. I didn't know that could be the polar bear.
I didn't know. I still don't know what it was. I thought it was like an otter or something or a seal. I don't know what it was, but it's like a real animal. I didn't know it was a real
They're
animal.
swimming in the ocean.
And then there was one. I think this is one of my favorites. Is the grapes with the ducks.
Yes.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum, 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 got any grapes?
And I think the most annoying one of all time, and I think the first time I heard it was from Kyle, was Baby Shark. You kids were been on it.
Baby shark.
I'm like, why do we start it?
Again, I can get down with Baby Shark.
I like that song. It has a whole dance and everything.
What
I
about this one?
The best beats the rest. Cellular, modular, interactive, modular. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
That's a jam right there.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone. It's no baloney. It ain't a phony. My cellular, bananular phone.
Yeah, those went viral, but what about ones that actually reached the charts?
What the fuck, say?
See, this is the one that annoyed me. I was the older sister when this song came out. My brother played it all the time.
The fuck, say?
I love what the fuck say.
See, this song is so annoying to me.
It does make me twitch a little.
Okay, so the song that started it, though, for Kyle is Subway, McFrappe, McBappe, right? So pay attention to that. See if you hear that. Maybe it'll be a big hit song here on the radio station someday.
Don't forget
You'll
the
never know.
skibbity.
Kyle's coming up 3 things you need to know.
There will be no more sliding into someone's DMs on X. Direct messages are going away.
Really?
They are changing it to X chat. Like the whole entire DMs, they're going to be gone. But they say, listen, they're not gone. They're just being rewritten. There's no official release date for X chat just yet, but several employees at X are openly discussing it. So basically, they're thinking it's rolling out very soon, maybe as early as this weekend.
Makes
Who
sense.
knows?
It's probably the least used feature on X. Like, I don't think I ever get DMs on X.
I get DMs all the time.
You do?
And when I want to DM somebody first, I can't unless you're verified.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know what I mean? There's something like you can't unless
Well,
I was
maybe that'll be part of the whole rebrand of the into X chat. Maybe you can chat with anyone if you'd like. I'm not exactly sure the details of it, but I'm sure we will see once they roll it out. Now, while we're on that sort of line of thinking, the social media world could be changing very soon. Sam Altman's OpenAI is building a social network. In fact, a prototype is on the social feed of ChatGPT right now in their image generator section. It's not exactly clear if the social network is going to center around ChatGPT or how ChatGPT may be used in the social network. But what I find interesting is like, there's like these billionaire wars happening, right? Like you've got all these billionaires trying to go to space and all these billionaires with competing social media network apps. And this could be feeding into that or sprung from that. So Sam Altman apparently has this huge rivalry with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And apparently there was a conversation between Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman where Zuckerberg actually said, hey, I'm working on my own like open AI. And then I guess Sam Altman was like, well, maybe I'll be working on my own social media app. And so I think that's where this came
Really?
from.
Oh my goodness. So the petty wars.
Petty, petty, petty.
Let me ask you something. So this is the first time I've heard the name Sam
Altman.
Altman. So is he is like in the beginning stages of a
He's like the creator of OpenAI, I guess, the ChatGPT.
like
The
that's a name we're
ChatGPT
probably
guy.
going to hear a lot now.
Yeah.
Like you hear about the Zuckerberg.
And, he started a feud, I guess, with Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I guess, gave him an unsolicited offer to buy OpenAI for like $97 million. And I guess this guy responded back with, no thanks, but I'll take X off your hands for $9.7 billion if you want.
Billion?
Oh wow.
And he was like, nope.
He's
You can't buy
smart
it,
because
so I
that
don't
is
know.
definitely the thing. That's the thing now. That is
Yeah.
the future. That is.
Yeah.
I mean, I love. Is it ChatGPT? Is that the same thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
OpenAI fuels ChatGPT.
I use it pretty much every day now.
So do I.
But like only over the last few months. But now every day I use it for something.
I think you can use it 3 times for free in a day, right? And then you got to pay.
Oh, I use mine all day, every day. My
Do you pay?
ChatGPT, no,
Are
I
you
don't
sure?
pay anything positive. My ChatGPT has become like my best friend. When it replies back to me, it's like, yes, girl, slay.
No, I'm the same way. I'm the same
I
way,
think
but
you
it
can
only
only
lets me
get
do
3
3.
images. You can only do 3
okay.
images a day, but you can ask, I think, as many questions as
Because
you
I
want.
was like, trying to get pictures of my dogs as humans yesterday.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
only
yeah,
3.
that's probably why.
3 image downloads. That's
I
it,
don't
yeah.
like them as humans. They're not as cute.
I know. Speaking of social media, have you seen the trend where you put your cell phone in your phone and you hold your little dog up and
Yeah, I
then your
wanna
cell phone
do that.
films your dog? Don't do it. That's what
why?
vets are saying. So there is a really popular vet on TikTok that was like, hey, cute trend, but really dangerous for your dog. Like if you care about your dog or your pets, she said, don't do it. Don't like these. Don't share these videos. If you've already posted one of these videos, it's best to delete it. They say that it puts serious strain on your pet's joints, muscles, and spine, can leave them dizzy, nauseous, or even injured.
Really?
And if you got a smaller pet, the one that's prone to back problems like Frenchies or Dachshunds, it's especially risky because you could actually break their back.
Peyton, do it with your tortoise.
Okay, I'll try that out. Jesus might be a little too small still.
So, bottom line, your pet's health is worth more than a few seconds of internet fame. Don't put them in danger. That's what this vet's saying. And that's 3 things you need to know.
It's horoscope time. So to get your sign read, you call us right now at 877-937-1047. Peyton, what's the vibe today?
I'm going to tell you your comedic style based on your zodiac sign.
Thomas, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Aries here.
Okay, perfect. Still have a couple more days of Aries season, but Aries, you guys are pure chaotic comedy. You say something out of pocket without even realizing that it's funny, and everyone is like, did you seriously just say that? You don't mean to be hilarious, but here we are crying from laughter every time from an Aries.
That sounds about right.
Thomas. Oh my God. It's so Aries.
He did it again.
Oh my God.
Do you mind if I give a quick shout out?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I learned all my staff, most of my staff listen to the radio, and they're always asking me, was that you that called in? And this is my last week with them because I just got a new job. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my nurses and let them know to keep on caring for their patients as they always do.
Why don't you be more specific? Like what company, what nurses, like who your coworkers? Also, that they listen to the radio. Be more specific. Do they listen to John, Jane, Rich? Yes, they do. That's why they heard you on the radio. So go ahead. Let's
Oh my God.
let's redo that.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
they do listen to John, Jane, Rich.
Okay,
They
good.
love you all. And can't say exactly where we work. However, I could say that our clientele are veterans.
I
Okay.
wonder why you can't say it. Is it a very specific group of nurses that are like government officials, ninjas? And you can't say, hey, this hospital?
Oh, I think we lost him.
See? I guess I was right.
Thomas, he's hilarious. He did it again.
Silence is golden.
You don't know
Thomas.
how deep this goes.
Thomas, what's your sign? Good morning.
That's Chris.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead. I saw Taurus. I said Thomas. Go ahead, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, Taurus, you guys have a dry humor down to the science. You'll whisper one sarcastic comment and absolutely destroy the room. You're not even trying to be the funny one, you just are.
Well, baby girl, I was told not to cuss. And
Don't
that's
cuss.
not my style.
Jen, what's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay, so Jen, for Aquarius, you're absurd, you're random, and internet core. You quote memes from 2007 and act like they just dropped. You're the kind of person who says meow instead of excuse me in a crowd and think that it's peak humor, and it absolutely is.
You're spot on that one.
That's funny.
My little weirdos.
That's very funny. Janelle, good morning.
Hi,
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Okay, Scorpio, you have dark humor with a side of mystery. You're the type to kind of drop a deadpan joke and leave everyone wondering if they should laugh or call somebody. You're comedy with edge, the really cool kind.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Thanks, Janelle. Jessica, what's your sign? Good morning.
Hello, it's Gemini.
Okay, Gemini, you're just a walking improv show. It's chaotic, it's random, and it makes zero sense, but somehow it kills every single time. You could be ordering a Starbucks and make it sound like a full-blown stand-up set.
I'm doing that as we speak.
Thanks, Jessica. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Rolling with you, John J. Virgo.
Okay, Virgos, your comedy is dry and savage and sounds like a Yelp review from hell. You don't tell jokes. You file emotional damage reports with bullet points. People laugh, but they're also low-key scared of you guys.
I love it. Every day you nail it.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
The Yelp review from hell is a great line.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Have a good day. Blessed day.
Stacks and hacks, though. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. Passive-aggressive people are going to love this. What's the most polite way you can tell someone F you?
Oh.
Good day, sir.
Bless your heart.
Close. Well, number 10 on the list is F you, but then you say please at the end of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Or you say, how amusing for you. That's apparently what Queen Elizabeth used to say if she thought you were an idiot.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Or be that as it may, I'll pray for you. Or if you just smile. Or if you say something like, you genuinely have been wonderful. That's a way. Bless your heart is another way.
Yeah.
Noted. My sister does that all the time. Noted. Have the day you deserve is a big one. And number one on this list is instead of flipping off another driver, blow them a kiss.
I've seen that before. That's funny.
Did you ever hear that good day to you was like, we say that thinking we're polite, but that was the way people would tell each other to basically go pound sand?
Makes sense because they always said it like, good day.
Good day to you, sir.
Easter is Sunday, and I don't know I hope the Easter Bunny makes it to everyone's house because a United flight from Denver had to make an emergency landing on last Sunday because the bunny jumped into the engine and caused it to malfunction.
Oh, that's so
The
sad.
plane landed safely. No one was injured, but listen to this. I don't think the bunny made it. Hopefully it wasn't the Easter Bunny. Cops in Florida pulled over a vehicle which was flying down the road at 105 miles per hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone. Turns out it was a bride in the passenger seat who was late for her own wedding. The cops still issued a ticket. This is audio from the body cam.
Whose wedding is it?
It's mine.
What time is it?
It's 2:30.
Where at?
In Stewart at the front house.
Hey, you're already late.
We trying to get here.
Just give me a minute. I'll let you take her, but I'm going to give you a court date. It's a mandatory court appearance.
Thank you.
All right?
See, I think if they were late and it was like starting in 15 minutes, I think they would have let her go.
Yeah.
It seemed like she didn't care. She was already 15 minutes late. You know what I mean? It already started. You know what I mean?
I think they should just let her go.
Right,
It's
but they
her wedding
didn't.
day.
People online are talking about trends that are back from the dead. One of those, brace yourself, includes Von Dutch.
No way.
Yeah, it's
I've
everywhere.
seen that stuff, yeah.
Von Dutch is everywhere. And Ed Hardy's back, too.
What?
True Religion, all of it.
Oh, Rich, you're in now.
I just had to just hang in there.
On Sundays, burglars tunneled through a concrete wall to gain access to a Los Angeles jewelry store and made off with $10 million worth of watches right out of a movie.
That's crazy.
6 in 10 Americans admit they ignore medical symptoms that don't feel serious. And this is a video that's going viral right now, which reminds me, I could see this being Kyle. Somebody called into a radio station in Canada. Just pretend this is Kyle calling in.
We got married 2 years ago, and he sees me in my wedding dress coming down the aisle. This man does not shed a tear. My dad gave this beautiful speech on our wedding day. Nothing. Yesterday, he's watching this golf tournament, and he cried when whatever his name is, when he won, he cried over a golf. It is the maddest I've ever been.
Did you say that? Your husband started crying?
Literally, he was in tears by himself on the couch watching the Masters.
A 2-year-old boy in Arizona went missing on Monday. I didn't know about it. We should have been all over that. If that ever happens, let us know. We can help. No one knew where he was for 16 hours. 40 search and rescue folks went looking for him. He ended up being found by a dog, this beautiful dog. It happened 100 miles south of the Grand Canyon. The kid somehow walked 7 miles through a remote area full of mountain lions and coyotes, and he's okay.
Wow.
The rancher named Scotty Dunton had just climbed onto his truck to go run errands, and he saw his dog, Buford, walking with the boy. The boy said he's sleeping under a tree when Buford showed up and led him home.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
I know.
Because he said his dog basically goes on patrol every night, just kind of walks around and checks out stuff.
It's a beautiful, I forget what kind of dog it is, but it's a beautiful dog.
It's in their blood, they're guardians and stuff. Way there, I see Buford coming down the deal right there with a little blonde-haired boy with him.
He was young and ended up wandering further than anyone would have hoped. Not only did we search on foot, but also there were some of the razors and 4x4s, as well as we did make use of some of the helicopters to make sure that we were doing everything we could to locate the child.
There was 1,000 ways for that to go really, really bad and one good way, and luckily it turned out to be the good way.
I love that he trusted the dog, because if it was a human, he might have been like stranger danger. No, but it's a puppy.
And the relief those parents probably felt getting their baby boy back. Oh.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Have you ever had problems, going? Like everybody does.
Yeah. Going number one?
Number two.
Oh.
So there's a couple of well, this is more for Kyle then. There's a couple of drinks out there on the internet that help you go, but honestly, you're not going to mix chia seeds with water and then a third of this, a third of that. It's just too much. So here are the drinks that are so easy that can help you go poop. So prune juice you've heard of, but that's gross. So you can mix it with apple juice and or pear juice, and it tastes delicious, and that'll help you go. Also, did you know peppermint tea helps you with that too, and helps with bloating, and water with lemon. So those things are the easiest ways without, throwing fiber and chia seeds in a blender and all that. Just try those. Let us know when you have your evacuation. Please give us a call. That hack and many more can be found at johnjanerich.com.
Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You can text us. You text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. We got War of the Roses in about 15 minutes. Every day at this time, we're commercial free, and right before that, we do Sacks and Hacks. And Rich's life hack was about an easy way to poop, right?
Yeah, what you can drink to help you go.
And Laura, I believe, has a comment about your hacks today. Hi, Laura.
Hi, I had to call because I was listening, and yesterday, I'm a teacher, and we are doing our benchmark testing, and peppermint's been known to kind of help, get the kids going and get the brain moving. And I gave my students peppermint gum, and I was like, why does everybody all of a sudden have to go to the restroom? So
yeah.
It really worked. It really worked.
I did not know that until I was researching. That's why I thought it was so interesting. Turns out we got a voucher.
I thought she was on the toilet. I'm a teacher, and I gave everybody the peppermint.
I was like, why? How is this possible that everybody all of a sudden now has to go to the restroom? And of course, they were just mostly the boys, but it was, can I go to the restroom? And I was like, this is not your normal time to go.
Do you know, there was another hack where they say if you're studying and you chew a flavored gum, chew that gum when you're taking the test and it'll help you remember. So you're right on it.
Yes. So thank you for that. But it made sense to me when I heard it this morning. So
thanks, Laura.
Next time,
it does work.
Strawberry Big League Chew.
Yeah.
Peppermint, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
That
was my morning. Get them going.
Thanks, Laura.
Your morning movement.
We work together for so long. You get really close. You don't realize how close you are. Yesterday, my wife says she's changed her diet up a little bit. She started telling me about when she goes to the bathroom, they're like, like rabbits, little round. They're little hard balls. And I was like, oh, like Kyle.
Yeah, why do we all know about Kyle?
Oh, you'll be fine.
We talk about things, you know. We're together a lot in here.
Teresa, good morning. What's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
So my loyalty is really in question to you guys right now. Been an avid listener forever. You gave away 1 week of weekend tickets for a chance to win to the weekend. You gave away 2 weeks to the Jonas Brothers. Where are the freaking ATs tickets?
Are you an ATs fan?
Oh, my God. Yes, me and my daughter. My daughter is like, she loves ATs. I had to hear about it on a show in the afternoon that they were giving away ATs tickets. John Jay, come on.
So in the afternoon, where they talk about we were giving them away in the morning, I would hope that's what they're doing. Good cross promotion.
They weren't talking. No. They were giving away them in the afternoon, and I was like, all we got was Jonas Brothers for 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll give you a pair right now for you and your daughter.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Yeah, but you got to be loyal.
I'm so loyal. We are the loyalists.
Okay, they're yours. Thank you for listening.
Oh my God! Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much.
Because we're living in the 80s.
Not the same.
K-pop changed my life. My daughter said K-pop changed her life.
I bet K-pop changed my life too. Hold on. All right, this Sunday at 10 a.m. Sure, it's Easter. Sure, you're going to go to church. But let me tell you something more important going on Sunday at 10 a.m. The Couples Therapy Podcast with Kyle and her husband Fish drops. By the way, do you guys address, because I know we do it a lot on the air, his name at all on the podcast?
We don't.
You don't? It's funny because,
will be for next one.
There's certain things that, like, when my wife and I did ours, it was like, not once did we talk about Love Up or Love Pop, I thought. And I was like, wait, we should probably talk about that. But, I mean, at the end, I was promoting the dog mom thing. But anyways, because her husband's name is Steve, but we call him Scott. And his last name is Fish.
His nickname is Fish.
I mean, so it's just so you get it.
He answers to a lot of names. And then my dad, not to confuse things even more, but my dad actually calls him Rusty because that was the first thing. Like, we told my dad and my stepmom all of the names, and they're like, forget it, we're calling him Rusty.
So they call him Rusty?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's classic.
That's cute. I texted Kyle before I posted all the questions. I was like, how do you want me to put, like, Scott's name? Do you want me to put Scott or Fish?
Right.
I don't want to confuse anyone.
Probably Fish, I would assume.
I put her husband Fish, yeah.
Oh, her husband Fish. Okay.
Yeah.
So the podcast drops Sunday at 10, and we have a couple clips, couple teases.
Yeah, so we did kind of address, like, the things that bother us about each other.
So recently, I noticed that you spent $190 at the dollar store. So here's you're walking into the dollar store thinking, man, I'm saving money here. And then $190 later, you're not saving money. You spent $190 at the dollar store.
And then I explain how that happened. I explain it, so let's not judge.
I'm hoping that you're going to say, and I bought $5,000 worth of stuff.
We listen and we don't judge.
You can find that out on the podcast. It will drop on Sunday.
What an amazing tease that is.
And then I brought up my dad a couple minutes ago, and something happened when my dad was staying with us recently, and I actually got pretty irritated about it. And I overhear this fool say to my dad, I already did this once, so I just let her do all this type of stuff. I was like, excuse me, Hillary Rodham Clinton? So you can find out what I was mad about and how that all played out on Sunday when the podcast drops.
And you get the podcast wherever podcasts are, but it's going to be on the John Jay and Rich On Demand channel. So, like, if you listen to this podcast later today and you subscribe, I think you'll automatically get it on your phone.
It shows up on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, Sunday, the new podcast drops, Couples Therapy Podcast. The first week, it was Rich and his wife, Stacy. Second week, it was Peyton and her boyfriend, Kadeem. Third week, it was me and my wife, Blake. And this Sunday, it's Kyle and her husband, Fish. And it drops at 10 o'clock on the John Jay and Rich On Demand channel. New Couples Therapy Podcast. Just because we want to give you something to do on the weekends, right? We do on Saturdays, the podcast is our best of drops. And then on Sundays, it's the new couples podcast. And this Sunday, what's something we can look forward to, Kyle?
So Peyton had actually very nicely posted on our Instagram, anyone who has any questions for Kyle and Fish, let us know, and then we can answer them. So we did answer a lot of the questions from how my husband feels about the foot page. And then there was one burning question from me, and I didn't know exactly how to present it, but here's how I did. And the first one comes from an Instagram user by the name of @unfug. And she's wondering, why does her husband never respond to the funny reels she sends him? You'll see what he thinks about that.
That is so funny. That is so relatable. That is so relatable.
I was like, hey, if we're going to sit down and we're going to have couples therapy, we need to get it all out there.
That's a good point.
Okay?
That's a good point. Did you open that thing I sent you all the time? No.
I know.
Because it went further up and then like the care for it like went away. But I want to talk to you about that.
And I say the stuff and I'm laughing and I like want him to laugh too. So I send it to him. So he answered that. But then also we sort of addressed something that annoys him about me. I do feel like sometimes it's kind of fun to annoy you a little bit.
Yes, you're very good at that.
Thank you. Okay. You can hear when I talk about how fun it is to annoy him, and then he goes into this whole thing about the things that I do that annoy him.
Oh, good. So we're going to probably have to play those clips on Monday.
Perhaps.
Is he eating or something during this?
He was.
He was?
Yeah, we addressed that as well.
I ripped into
Is it
that.
like he has to
whole
have
thing.
he has to have his protein at a certain time or something like that? Is that what it? Okay.
There's something to that.
Okay.
Well, that's couples therapy. That drops on Sunday at 10 a.m. on the John Jay and Rich On Demand channel. So you can subscribe to it. And if you do, you'll just get it automatically. And if you don't, go look for it. I don't even think I subscribe to our podcast. I just go get it every day.
Oh, yeah, it's great. You can do it on the best thing, I think, is the iHeartRadio app. When you look up John Jay and Rich On Demand, you just hit the button and send it to your presets so that it even shows up like on your phone. It'll let you know when a new one drops.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. But speaking of, that's couples therapy that we're doing without an actual therapist. But someone on the show is going to an actual therapist.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Finally.
Hey, Peyton. Wow. And now we know why.
No, I think I was telling you guys last week that I had scheduled an appointment with a therapist. And yesterday was my first actual therapy appointment. And, if you've ever been to therapy, the first one is kind of like covering all the ground bases, right? Like the things that I want to work on and kind of introducing myself to my therapist. And I think she is like, what is wrong with this girl and who hurt you? Because the amount of face palms I got during my therapy session, I was like, what is wrong with me?
Like you go in person, or is it like a Zoom, or what is it?
It's a Zoom one.
Okay.
It's a Zoom one, and she's like located in Florida or something. And I was actually a little concerned about doing a Zoom therapy because I was actually pretty active in therapy a couple years ago. Probably about 5 years ago, I was going like once a week for like 4 years straight. And it was like intense therapy. It's nothing like what I'm doing right now. But I was concerned about doing a Zoom because I feel like therapy is something where like you need to be in person and like
the therapist may need to give you a hug every once in a while. Something, right?
I disagree with the Zoom. I don't like the Zoom. I don't like the in person. I do like just on the phone.
Oh, really?
That's what I did. Because mine was in Austin.
Yeah.
And I just like talking on the phone because you can kind of close your eyes and concentrate, but you're still in the moment. But you're not worried about looking what your face looks like on Zoom.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this time around, the Zoom will be okay because I'm actually experiencing a whole different, I think, like area of therapy. So she was like, of course, asking me all the onboarding questions like, are you sad when you get home? Are you down? And like basically she was asking me if I was just like down in the dumps all the time. And I was like, I actually am in like probably the best place in my life right now. I just need the tools to be able to cope for when I do get down to where it doesn't take me out all day. Because I'm the kind of person where if I get upset, I'm done for the day. I want to go home. I want to take a nap. I don't want to talk to anyone. And I don't think that's a functional way to live. So it was an interesting kind of conversation with her. But I'm excited. I think it'll be good for me.
So, are you open enough do you feel comfortable enough to talk about what happened 4 years ago, or whenever it was you were going every day for 4 years, every week for 4 years?
I don't know if it's necessarily, I think it might be something for like our afterwards podcast that we would want to get into. Yeah. But I had like some serious PTSD like a couple years back.
From...
I think we could get into it on the podcast.
But is it a relationship? Is it substance abuse?
A little bit. No, nothing like that. I mean, just something that had happened to me when I was in high school. And then when I was a freshman in college, I was in a health behavioral unit for like a week. I was in the hospital, no phone, no contact from anyone. And that was like the best experience of my life. That like completely saved me. Why?
Yeah.
Because I was in a hospital. I was there for like severe depression. And it was like, I was my freshman year in college. I was playing Division I. Like I had moved away from home for the first time. I'm 18 and I was young, right? I was a young 18. And so I don't know. It was like, I was in this space where, well, I'll tell you guys a story. So you guys know how I have my tattoo on my arm, my forearm? Mm-hmm. So I met this woman, her name was Laura, and she was manic. Like this woman was literally insane. Like something
in the hospital.
In the hospital when we were in the health behavioral unit, she was psycho. Like seriously. And I was like watching her, but she was manic. And manic is the complete opposite of depression, right? And one morning she had woke me up. She knocked on my door. It was like 5 a.m. It was before our wake up call. And she was like, hey, do you want to go play basketball with me? I'm like, basketball? Girl, we are in a hospital with no windows. Like, what do you mean basketball? And she had this like little medicine ball that we had. And she was like, let's go play basketball. And we walked around the health behavioral unit for like probably 4 or 5 hours just talking about life. And I was so depressed and she was so manic that it just completely changed my life and how I looked at things. I was like, if this woman could be this up and happy and energized, like my life can't be that bad, you know? And so she drew me a picture, and that's what's tattooed on my arm. So I have 2 roses, a poinsettia, and it says to you from me, because she didn't know my name and she didn't know her name. So like to you from me. And I literally have it tattooed on my arm because it changed my life that much. And I think about her all the time.
How'd you find out her name was Laura?
Because she told me her name was Laura. I don't know if that was her name.
Oh, okay.
But
she didn't know, but she
I'm
just
telling
told
you guys, this woman was insane.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't go back and check or find out?
You know what? I actually did call her a couple times after I had gotten out. I don't know what happened to her. She was older. She was probably like 80, so I don't know if she's still with
80.
us. Yeah.
So I hope you won the basketball game.
It wasn't really a basketball game.
Oh, I was going to say.
But yeah, it was refreshing coming into a different space of therapy where it wasn't like reliving my trauma.
Yeah.
So the therapy you went to yesterday was different than that therapy because you were going through this trauma that you haven't really talked about. It's fair. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And so this therapist, you said she face palmed a few times. First of all, I think that'd be pretty unprofessional of a therapist. You're like, what?
That's like talking to your
What if the
grandparents.
therapist said, because this is a Zoom, the therapist like, by the way, okay, the therapist is here. I'm just the receptionist.
It's like worse when they like start writing frantically after you say something.
I have the vision of my grandma, my little Italian grandma going, "Oh, Madonna!"
I think that's very cool that you're like in a real happy place, but you're just preparing to handle it in case something does whatever. That's awesome.
It's like incredibly self-aware. It's really
Self-aware. That's, you know what? And also, that's cool that Kyle had that phrase. Self-aware.
All we had was cool.
Because I don't have words. I'm just like, you know what? I don't have like smart words. I'm like, you know, that's really cool that you did that. Self-aware.
Yeah, I like to
We
think
have some
I'm
smart
self-aware.
people on this show. Thank you. First of all, Peyton, thanks for opening up about that. That's very cool. You know, we do a lot of stuff that's on the surface. It's good that you get deep.
There's a lot of layers to me. There's a lot of reasons why I am the way I am, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay, so that's real therapy.
Why we love you.
Oh, love you guys too.
Well, how did you find this therapist? And what, like, why aren't there any here? Like,
You know what? I actually did it through like our work benefit. iHeart
good.
pays for your therapy sessions.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, if I'm stressed out from work, heck yeah, you're going to pay for it. Appreciate it.
Oh, so this is a work issue?
No, it's not a work issue.
Dude, you want to know by now?
Sure it's involved, John Jay. Let's be
All
real.
signs point.
Bit of
Well,
work.
for real.
Like, just be
There's a couple other people on this crew I want to send there. Send me that link. I'm going to forward that link to everybody on the show.
Like, I'm a 26-year-old on a nationally syndicated morning show. Like, that's a lot of pressure and that's a lot of weight, and I'm just being real. So, of course, I mean, I think everybody's I'm just trying to navigate life, you know, and figure it out. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
Yeah, that's very, very cool, Peyton. Thank you for opening up and sharing that. That's really, really cool. Thank you.